switch towers very early is you sacrifice experience because you're sharing it between everyone instead of playing very efficiently and soaking up lanes because you want to try to get a little bit more freedom on your supports by taking that map control away. The other thing, too, is Empire's mid ward has actually kept Resolution alive. The first time they rotated, they saw on the high ground that they were standing there.
Oh, there is a... Is this the Jug? Yeah, he's coming out to the Jug. He's picked up the kit that's going to allow him to kill that Bounty Hunter if Bounty ever comes in. He's got the dust now on him. And, well, Jerax is incredibly deep here. Not quite sure what the plan was this far into enemy territory with 4 heroes around, and Jerax ran away his life.
Well, that was a little bizarre. He didn't have any teammates nearby. Maybe he thought that Empire were more prioritizing mid, but they have a ward there, so they should see that they're gone. Yeah, that was just bizarre. I'm not really sure what the game plan was for him, but giving away a free kill to Empire, I'm sure they'll be happy with that.
Oh, mid lane, he's going to look potentially... too speedy for you. A low dance. No chance of catching that one out. And Queen now at level 7. Resolution moving in. The blink back straight away now. TP reaction as well from the side of Hot 6. Oh, there's your glimpse. That's one of the issues here when you're doing this against a Disruptor. Did have the Blade Fury available, didn't fancy it. Oh, low on dance, walking into the sentry. And he's going to get denied. Nice. Resolution there with the plays. MP's going to be alright. The glimpse is, of course, already down. And it will just be the denied Bounty Hunter falling here. Sun, he's got the hook shot here on this top lane with the backup of Jerax and Heen. Empire maybe need to be a little bit careful.
They can burst him.
Resolution's here with the help of Silent, and indeed they've got the control. The cogs have been thrown down, and with the Shallow Grave as well, he should be able to walk it off. Silent moving forward. He's going to have another Wraith Fire blast in a second. Will throw it out, and now the lightning from Resolution just ends up finishing the job. Gets them the kill onto Sun on this clockwork. Mid lane, MP just trying to take the most of this. I always want to fly, soaking up this solo XP. Trying to get that level 6, trying to get that Static Storm. Coming into 10 minutes in, 6-5. A very close match between these two sides. Empire with the superior farm, and of course Hot 6 with the superior push thanks to that bottom lane aggression. And Resolution getting caught out here by the Ice Shards, trying to turn around, but the snowball dodges there, straight in onto the pony. Oh no, the really? Damage. The Edict is able to find the kill onto Tusk. Always want to fly. Hasn't. Oh, he's got the mana here for the glimpse. Didn't have the vision though.
Yeah, and Yoku gets caught out by a hasted 4F behind his 2-2 tower, or well, I guess near it. That is probably one of the worst ways to die, to see a hasted Juggernaut running at you and knowing you have no way to counterplay that at all. Just have to accept your fate in that case. But a little bit of a better exchange coming in for Hot 6. They kill Resolution, they kill Yoku.
Oh, that's Cheers going in with a Shuriken spam. On to Forev. 7-7 at the moment. We're talking about the fact that the Wraith King and the Leshrac are getting out of control. I mean, at the same time, Forev's Jug is looking pretty good for 11 minutes in.
He has definitely been farming up a storm here. I think he is almost... No, he does have drums finished. So I'm curious as to what his build is going to be for this game. I wonder if he'll just go with the standard, like S and Y, just try to go for the right-click stat build that we saw a lot in 6.83, or maybe if he has some other plans, if he wants to maybe go for something a little bit more farm-oriented. Because against Wraith King, it's really weird. You don't really want to build things like Aghanims, because if they're 5-manning and your Omni pretty much hits only the Wraith King, it's almost seen as like a waste. Because you're always going to have that reincarnation. And you always have to worry about, like, what do you do after your Omni is down. So, curious to see how he adapts to that. And in the meantime, Silent, he picked up Armlet first. We've seen some Midases, we've seen Blink Daggers and stuff, but Armlet we always talk about for Strength Heroes. It's pretty much the best that you can get in terms of damage output, and they're going to try to go on Silent. I don't know if this is the play.
They've got a lot of heroes here to go for it. Always want to fly there with the backup, and he's hit level 6 as well, so this is going to be a massive kinetic field and Static Storm. Catching out Sun and Jerax. Sun getting low. Will try and walk it off. He's actually going to live. They've lost Jerax here on the Tusk. Silent with the crits onto Forev. Forev trying to run Silent, moving forward. He's got the Armlet toggle available. They're taking down 2, turning around with the Sonic Wave. It's still not enough to bring down Silent. Silent's going to be able to toggle himself with that one. MP gets the blink back on the Queen of Pain, but now with the Raid Fire Blast onto Heen. Can they look for more? They've managed to get MP. MP's going to go down. They get the Dazzle as well. 4 heroes dropping. And we talked about always want to fly's Disruptor, and for reasons that have been just shown there, a lot of that occurring because of his presence. And 11 for 7, Empire finding the first big team fight of the game.
Of all the heroes to try to go on, you go on Silent, who's playing Wraith King. You know his ultimate is up. Why do you commit to that when you have... They didn't even have vision in the lane. Like, they had no lane ward. They didn't have TPs. Or they didn't have, like, vision of TPs or anything like that, right? So they commit to a hero who they know that they're going to have to kill twice. And they didn't commit, like, a little bit. They committed a lot. Like, everything. That was definitely not the play coming in from Hot 6. And Empire, they take full advantage. The other thing to remember, too, is those are all track kills as well. Because Aloha Dance was actually level 6 at the beginning of that team fight, and also a large reason why they were able to get that glimpse back onto the Queen of Pain. So, not really going too well right now for Hot 6. You give away too many more fights like that against a team with a Leshrac, you're going to have some serious issues.
Indeed, Forever, he's just applying the pressure here on the top lane with the backup of MP on this quad. See if they can get themselves a tier 1. In fact, the full 5-man of Hot 6 are in the neighborhood. Resolution just starting to push down this middle lane. Yoku's not doing too bad on top of the Tranquil and Soul Ring. 1,200 gold on his way towards the Blink. 13 minutes in, and yeah, it looks like Forever should be able to claim this. The fortification coming out, but they're going to stand their ground and will claim this top one. Towards the mid lane, Aloha Dance coming in. They do have 4 of the members of Empire here, and they haven't quite been able to take down this tier 1. Still out of deny range though. Sun on the high ground with the hook shot. Can a Hot 6 fight into this, so that is the question. They've got Jarex and Heen about, and well, they're going to try it, but the hook shot just a little bit too short. Won't be able to find anything with that one. And we'll just get himself the D ward here.
It's probably better that he didn't hook that, to be honest. Like, there were mass TPs available for Empire. They had Echo Slam available. I don't know if they really want to fight near Tier 1. I don't know if they want to fight at all, actually. They're fighting right now, I feel, is very dangerous. Like, maybe because Silent's ulti is down.
Oh, he's going to go for it. He always want to fly. Can he get out of the ring? Oh, no, the creep blocked him in there. Always want to fly is going to lose his life. Silent can't really look for anything more here. Is on his own against Forever and MP, and MP does have that Sonic Wave up and available. So always want to fly, just getting caught slightly out of position there.
Now they're getting themselves a little bit split up here on Empire, but it's really good for Hot 6 because Juggernaut is amazing at small skirmishes as long as your ulti is up. So if you have Omni and you're fighting like 2v2 or 2v3 or something even, you can probably turn that fight. The damage output is insane. Going to see some TP reactions coming in here from Empire. Looks like they want to defend this tier 1.
And they're going to get always want to fly back in here as well. Yoku to join the gang. Everyone coming in with a Ray Fire Blast onto MP. They won't be able to find the chain stun from Resolution to kill him. They might look for Heen instead though. Does get the shallow grave off, hasn't got a TP. There's no escape for this Dazzle. And they will find the kill onto Heen. Top lane though for Rev. Continuing to the push. Shabby with 15 minutes in. He's looking for the second tier 2 for his side. Sitting on pretty much 2.8k gold and top of the net worth as well. He's just going to look for the old spin and TP out. And they haven't got anything here that's going to be able to stop that one from happening.
A Resolution has a 9-charge Bloodstone. So he got his Bloodstone, immediately gets a charge, right? The problem with this game for Hot 6 is every single small engagement that they take, if they lose a hero, Empire don't care how many people they have to rotate to win that fight because they're always going to be getting track gold. So wasting a TP here or there is not going to mean anything to them. It's okay, fine. We get our money back because of track. That Dazzle kill that they got was worth like 1,000 gold because of not only the gold that they gained, but the money that Heen lost by not spending his Unreliable before he actually died. So it's fine. And Yoku going to be dropping middle lane here. Forev finding himself yet another kill. Didn't even need Omni for that one. And they might be able to get this tower. Depends on how much Empire want to prioritize it.
Well, no fortification available in here. Now with a snowball on to always want to fly. Just coming a little bit too close for comfort. Hot 6 take the tower and they take the kill as well. Rev with that last hit onto the tower. More money in his bank and yeah, with the Shadow Blade. And now 1,000 on top of that as well.
The Shadow Blade's a nice choice because a lot of heroes, you buy Shadow Blade and you say like, why would you buy Shadow Blade against Bounty Hunter? But the reality is, you only want it as a tool of initiation. And the other thing too is Juggernaut has something that a lot of other people who buy Shadow Blade don't, which is the capability of dispelling track by using Blade Fury and then just immediately using the Shadow Blade after the fact. So you don't have to worry about buying like Manta, you don't have to buy BKB or Lotus Orb. You can just simply spin, use your Shadow Blade or spin and then TP away. And as we've already seen, Empire don't have any real way to stop that in the first place. And Aloha Dance, I think he was spotted out by that sentry as Forrest doing a little bit of scouting himself. Don't think walking high ground is what he wants to do, though.
Indeed, he's got to be careful. It's Silent and Aloha Dance.
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Chilling out here. We'll get the vision there. Here we go with the Silent blink forward onto Forever, trying to bring him down, but Heen, is there on the Dazzle. Sun forcing back Aloha Dance here with the cogs, and that's actually going to trap up Silent, but Silent, he's got the armlet and he has got Reincarnate. Yoku's got an Echo Slam. He'd love to use it if he can get in. Oh, the Omni Slash bounces, though, aren't going to kill anyone. Being balanced between Silent and Yoku. There's your Echo Slam. Fisher as well to control Forever. They're looking for the Juggernaut. One more right click will do it, but Forever actually going to get away here with the Shadow Blade. Elsewhere, the side of Empire were able to take down Dazzle and Clockwork. And they don't find the jug. Forev very lucky to get away with his life after that one.
That spin Shadowblade, dude. Any other hero who buys Shadowblade would have been dead there, because you don't have any way of dispelling the track, but that magic immunity a little bit too strong here. And MVP Hot 6, they lose a couple of heroes. Again, it's all track kills, so it's kind of a bummer, but they are applying pressure to the tier 2 in the top lane. Looks like MP will eventually be forced back. I think there's going to be a certain stage in the game where they just can't afford to give away kills. Hot 6, in the late game, because of the fact that Juggernaut's built like Drums and Shadowblade, he might even go for Silver Edge. It's not too bad against Wraith King. It stops his crit. It stops... I'm actually not sure if it stops the lifesteal portion. I think it stops like all passives, so it should, but either way, it's decent. And if he wants to go for that, I think it would be a pretty solid choice. But the problem with their team is they don't have any real way of getting out. They have Clockwork and Tusk, two of the hardest initiators. And then they're playing up against Disruptor and Track Vision. So it's every time you go in, if you're not 100% sure you're winning that fight, you're giving up a ton in terms of gold, at the very least.
Yeah, this is the problem we're going against the Bounty. Need to be very careful when they take these skirmishes. Clockwork, just about 700 or so away from his Blade Mail. For Rev, now, I mean, as you're saying, after the Shadowblade build, what do you kind of opt for now? Is it, can you go straight in for something? Do you go back for an SNY here?
SNY is really good still. I think that SNY is probably just one of the best Juggernaut items in general. Because the hero wants to be so active, and if you're getting position 1 farm, sometimes buying an SNY early just gives you the stats that you need with spin and such to be able to live through just getting right-clicked down by a Silent, for example, who went for the Armlet build. So I think SNY is perfectly valid here. I think he could go for Silver Edge. I think he can go for... Manta's not really that good. He probably doesn't need that. Yeah, I think SNY or Basher, something like that.
Oh, they're going to go for Roshan here, the side of Hot 6, the side of Empire. We're able to take the tier 1 top. But they're not going to be able to do anything about this, and Hot 6 going to very nicely get away with a free Roche. And Aegis now on your Juggernaut here. Resolution has finished off his Jules here on the left track and has 11 Bloodstone charges at the moment.
He is so fat right now.
For 20 minutes in, indeed, he's going to be happy with himself. But at the same time, so's for Rev. 2.5k gold on top of his Shadowblade. They're certainly going to need something to do something to slow down this Jug. How's Silent looking on the Wraith King? Well, on top of the blink now, looking for a Blade Mail himself, and well, this creep will give it to him. So, Blade Mail now on his way for Wraith King, and they found a low hard dance. Dust has been blown. He's trying to hide up in the trees. There's no way you're getting away from this one. And another free pick off here onto the Bounties.
That keeps happening to him,
I was going to say,
way.
he's been a little bit unfortunate here in the fact that the Hot 6, they've always been on top with their detection.
It's just that he throws out a track when he's standing on top of the hero. Like, if you're going to track, you have to be very far away and assume that the enemy team is going to have detection. Like, those types of deaths are not really the greatest. Like, sure, he gathered some information, says to the rest of Empire, okay, well, at least your guys aren't going to get ganked, but they just got Roche anyway, so there's no objective over here. Maybe they can try to push into the tier 1 a little, but Aegis up on 4ev means that potentially Hot 6 could be looking to take a successful fight.
Oh, he's going to look for,
Courier maybe?
For potential Omni Slash. There's a fair few here.
Oh, he's not going to go for it.
I don't think he's going to go for anything here. Too many heroes about, and well, with Aloha Dance and Silent moving in as well. He needs to be very careful about revealing himself. The rest of his team, all up here on this top lane, looking for this tier 2, and it's incredibly low. They should be able to finish it off here with this push. And tier 1 has been taken here by Resolution here on the left track with the Diabolic Edict. And 21.5 minutes in. Tier 2 down on the top. It's just the final tower remaining in the mid lane here for the side of Empire. Their side of the map is certainly falling to the control of MVP Hot 6 at the moment.
I don't really think Hot 6 have a chance of going high ground, though. Like, not this early. Maybe they can try to push the last